Well, everyone, I'm back. It's Saturday, and I was going to play some more Star Citizen, and I had so much fun last night. I did a live stream last night announcing the Star Citizen freefly, and I had some viewers pop on, and I was running a little late, so I couldn't really go into depth. But I enjoyed that so much, I thought, okay, well, let's talk a little bit more about Star Citizen. So, real quick, if you're interested in the game, I've already done some videos talking about the basics of it and kind of what it's about. And all those links are in the description below. So feel free. There's one called the Basics that'll give you an idea of what Star Citizen is if you've never heard of it. The quick version of it is it's an open world MMO set in the future, and you basically can do anything you want. They call it a first-person universe, and that means you can be a pirate, you can be a bounty hunter, you can be a merchant, anything you want. It lets you live basically any kind of life you want. And the reason I'm doing the video now is I wanted to let my viewers know that we have Robert Space Industries, CIG, the Cloud Imperium Games, the developers of Star Citizen, have done a free fly event. And so this free fly event goes until the 20th of April. And it lets you basically try the game for free, which is really cool. They do this a few times a year, so this happens to be one of those times. So if you've ever had any interest, and I know some of my viewers have inquired about Star Citizen after they've seen me play it, now's the perfect time to give it a shot. So we talked about that last night. If you want to see that live stream, it's also in the catalog. But what I thought I'd do today is talk a little bit more in depth about what you get if you decide to back the game for $40. So one of the key things about this game is that you basically can buy into it for a $40 fee right now. They're running some game packages. It's normally $45. And that's all you ever have to spend on the game. It's not a subscription game. You don't have to buy any other spaceships with real money. You can earn other spaceships in the game. So what does $40 get you? Well, it gets you the access to the alpha, which the game is still in development, so you can actually play the persistent world. There's several planets you can travel to and from. There's missions already. There's first-person shooter aspects. There's dogfighting aspects of the spaceships. So just a ton of stuff. But what you actually are buying if you back the game and you do the $40, I want to talk about the spaceship that you get. And so that's what we're going to do today, is talk about that. And if you see me lean over here, I'm trying to keep track of the chat, and it's on a smaller screen, so you might see me lean over there to read it because my eyes aren't as good as they used to be. So anyhow, so let's say you have tried the game for free and you like it, but you don't have a lot of money or you don't want to spend a lot of money on it. So I'm going to buy the cheapest package there is. So right now, currently, there's a sale going on what's called the Mustang Alpha. And the Mustang Alpha is this ship right here. This is what you get if you were to buy the cheapest package of the game. This is basically a small starter ship. It's a fighter. It's a general purpose ship. It can do some fighting. It also can do some cargo hauling, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And for $40, you can see all the detail in here. Just amazing stuff. There's the landing gear, and it even carries some cargo. So you can see here. If I come up here, I'm going to go ahead and go into first person. So you hold F to activate anything. So I'm going to go ahead and open this cargo bay. And so this ship can carry some cargo. It kind of carries a cargo unit. But if you, say, picked up a small box and you needed to carry it with you, you can open up this box and look at that. So that's lets you, get in there. Let's say you wanted to stow away. So there's the storage on the Mustang. So it does have cargo ability. And we'll close that up. So that's one good thing that you want for gameplay. And then it also has, oh, not open. Let's put it away. Sorry, I want to make sure I didn't leave my cell phone in there. Then we're going to go ahead and close this up again. So we're going to close the cargo. So you can see we're out in space right now. We're basically on a little landing platform here. And yeah, it's just it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So there's the cargo, there's the wings, and the wings actually fold up when you land, when the landing gear comes out. We'll take off here in a minute, and I'll show you the wings actually fold back down. So in addition to the cargo ships, or the cargo aspect of this, this has a really unique cockpit. You see right here we've got our two, I think they're M3A laser cannons. And if you watched my broadcast last night, we actually were using repeaters. So these are laser cannons instead. They actually hit a little bit harder, but they fire a little bit slower. So it's a trade-off. You get a little more damage out of these, but you don't get as many shots off at once. It's a little slower fire. So what's kind of neat, and what I always thought was really a cool feature of this ship, is we're going to go ahead and let's open the pilot canopy. So you got that. So it pops up. Let's pull the ladder out. Open the ladder. So the ladder comes out, and it's kind of like, it reminds me of getting in like a dune buggy or maybe even a ATV or something like that. But it's kind of neat because you basically climb up the ladder, get in the ship, and you see it's a real tight canopy, real tight cockpit. Everything powers on, and now we can kind of take a look. So you can see I'm in the ship now. I've got glass pretty much all around me. So one of the things I love about the ship is the visibility. I'm looking up through the canopy, so you can actually see really well in this ship. And the dashboard, it's kind of a no-nonsense little dashboard. Let's go ahead and power her up, make it flight ready. So there's your dashboard. And so everything's in front of you as you need it. It's a pretty cool deal. So let's go ahead and give her a little flight time. Let me just go out. Go out to the outside so you can get a little view of this. So this is what the cheapest package will get you. If you buy the $40 package, currently on sale, this is the ship that comes with it in addition to the game. So that's what you're getting for $40. Now, if you do decide to back the game and you use my referral code, which is up here, and I've also got a link in the description that will take you right to it and autofill the code in when you actually sign into Star Citizen and register for an account, you'll actually get an additional ship, and that's what we showed last night. They're offering right now, and I've never seen them offer an actual ship for a free bonus sign-in, but they're actually offering the P-52 Merlin, which is a little snub fighter that's really fun. It's got two laser repeaters and a little Gatling cannon in the front. It does not have the ability to transverse planets. It doesn't have what they call a quantum drive, which would be a hyperdrive, but it's a neat little fighter, and it's perfect for playing in this Arena Commander environment where it's kind of an arcadey dogfight simulator. So if you're interested in this and you end up buying this ship, as long as you use my referral code, you'll get a second ship until I believe it's going through May 2nd. It's definitely going through April 20th. So you kind of get two ships for the price of one. And if you're interested in what the Merlin is, that was the live stream last night. That was the whole reason I started this. And this stupid game, I tell you, I am so addicted to this. This game is so fun. Again, I wasn't really planning on doing this today, but definitely had so much fun last night, wanted to. And it looks like Joe's here. Hey, Joe. Yep, it's another surprise live stream. I can't get away from this game. I love it so much. I had so much fun last night, and we were short on time. So good to have you come join us. So yeah, this game, if you're into Space Sims at all, definitely. And if you're going to get it, now is not a bad time because, like I showed you last night, Joe, that you basically get that Snub Fighter for free. But this is the base ship that you would buy for $40. And so this is called the Mustang Alpha. And this is what you get, basically, if you buy the game right now with it on sale. So I just want everybody to see what the cheapest package was to get involved in the game if you wanted to. And again, just remember, if you do decide to get this, even if you're only doing the free fly and don't plan on purchasing it, make sure you use the referral code above, because once you set your account up, you get to put the code in when you set your account up, and you can't ever change it. You can't ever do anything else with it. So if you want the bonus items, make sure you get that code in. And again, the link's down below. You can just click that link, and it'll take you through all that. So yeah, so it is cool. Let me show you, Joe. This is the outside of it, and let's just take it for a little spin here. So we're going to go ahead and we got it all powered up. So I'm going to go ahead and take off. And right now I'm in what's called the dogfighting module. And this is a separate game from the big game that has all the planets in it. This is just a training area that allows you to practice your dogfighting skills so you don't actually blow up in the universe and have to, you know, pay insurance to get your ship back. This is technically a simulation within the game that you're not really dogfighting your actual ship, you're just training. And so you can see here, this thing's got great visibility, like I said. I mean, you can look around and you can see, you know, all above you and everything. And then I'll show you the cannons here. So this is the oh, I got to put the gear down. Let me show you the gear. So as you saw, we took off all that's gears down and all that stuff. We're going to go ahead and raise the gear, and you can see it come up, and then you see the wings go down. So it's kind of cool looking ship once it's in flying formation. So and then you see the cannons there. And then, you know, the cannons, like I said, last night on the ship we had last night was a repeater. This one, you can see, it's much smaller, much slower rate of fire, but the bullets do more damage than the repeaters. And what's kind of neat is if you actually got both ships, you can actually swap weapons as long as they match sizes. So they're size 1, 2, and 3. So you could take a size 1 gun off of the little Snub Fighter if you wanted, and you could totally put it on this ship if you prefer those repeaters to this kind of random quick thing. So that's kind of how that works. So the way the package is, Joe is asking how much is the full package, and there's not really such thing as a full package. You can spend as much as you want on the game. Well, heck, let's do this since you're asking about it. Let me see if I can get this to work. So last night I was trying to show the website, and I had a little trouble. We're gonna try that again since Joe's asking. So yes, it is Klingon Bird of Prey. Well, you should see those Van Duel, the enemy ships too. They kind of look Cylon-esque. They kind of have a Cylon look to them. So there's definitely some really cool inspirations to the ship designs here. But yeah, you're right. That does have a little bit of a Bird of Prey. Obviously much smaller. It's only a one-person thing. So let me see if I can real quick. We're going to try this again since you're asking, Joe. Let's go ahead and go through the process of buying it for anybody that does get interested in this. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. And what we're going to do is we should be able to go to... All right, let's see if this works. So, Joe, you can tell me if this works or not for you. So tell me what you're seeing. Hopefully you're seeing a website. And it looks like that is the case. And so this was the live stream last night if you're interested. Again, this was the Merlin that is the bonus ship. But as I said, so this you go to this link here, and I've got that in the description here. Yep, cool. So let's just go through the process if you were interested in this ship. You would basically go here, and Joe's question was how much. So clicking that link, you can see this is where you would enlist. And it has automatically put my code in, so it saves you having to put the code in. If you just go to the website, you can take my code and copy and paste it in here, but just click the link. It's a lot easier. So what you're going to do, you would fill out this account name, and this is going to be your call sign. So this is what you're going to be known by in the universe. So you want to pick something that, you know, whatever your normal gamer tag is, try to put that in there, you know, see if it's available. Pop in your email, password, all that good stuff. And make sure the referral code's in there because that's what gets you the bonus. And then you can choose what you want to do here, and then you would click enlist. And let's go ahead and go to the main page. Basically, what would happen then is it should take you, and again, this is just on the main page, Robert Space Industries, which you can see up there. So that's going to bring you down here, and it will basically take you to step 2. So once you sign in our list, which is just what we did off that link, you would then be at step 2, which you would copy this code, get into the verse, and you would paste it in here, and that's going to give you access to the free fly until the 20th. So you would download the game and play it then. And what's kind of neat about the free fly, so they've got all these ships right now. If you were to do this and just play it for free, you have access to these 4 ships. I believe it's the Razor. This is a 100i. These are starter ships. This is a actually racing ship. There's the Nomad and this little kind of snowmobile hovercraft thing, which you can run around on planets on. So you actually get quite a bit. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Such thing, getting caught up on what you're saying. Very clean bird of prey. Yeah, okay, I'll run into the beam when we go back in there. No, I'm just in a simulator. We'll see if the beam kills us. I think you can change your name once, but it's pretty. I think you have to go through their customer service. You're better off to just get the name you want to start with. I think there is a process to change your name, but that kind of is. I think a big process. So you want to pick a name that you like right off the bat. So you get a lot of that good stuff. And again, this is kind of the ships. The Nomad is a cargo. You can go through here and look at all this stuff and see what you like. And then you'd be pretty much ready to go. So again, it doesn't cost you anything to enlist. Just make sure you put that code in when you enlist, even if you're not going to buy anything right away, because then if you do decide to buy, you will get that bonus ship. And the bonus ship, obviously, as we talked about, let me see here. Let's go back. Is the here's the free fly, and it should show you. See all the things in motion. It's just such a cool game. And then it should show you the discounted starter packs, which we're going to go over, and then also the referral bonus. So this is the referral bonus we talked about. This is that Merlin that we did last night, if you remember. This is that little snub fighter that has the Gatling cannon up here and the little sub repeaters. So this, if you sign up before, I believe it's May 2nd, definitely, yeah, it says May 2nd, you spend at least $40, which is the base package, then you would get this in your account for free. So this is, it's a good time if you've ever thought about getting this game. So let's talk a little bit about your process, and let's say you definitely want to do the game. What would you do? You know, I've decided I'm enjoying playing. I've played it for free, and I want to basically get into the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this discounted starter package. And right now they have basically 2 ships that are on sale. And, and the 100i. So these are the ships, and like I talked about, this Mustang Alpha, which is exactly what I was just flying in, is available for $40.50. And again, as long as you use the referral code, you will also get the P-52 in your hangar as well. They dole those out, I think, after the promotion's over, so it might be after the promotion that you will actually get in your account. But essentially, you're getting 2 ships for the price of 1. It's awesome. So you're almost getting twice the ships. This ship can do hyperdrive. The little Snub Fighter can't. Or you can look at these other packages as well. So this is a little bit more fancy ship. They have all the information on the website. And then this Nomad is a pretty neat ship if you're into more of the cargo hauling, that kind of stuff. So this isn't really a fighter. This is a general purpose, kind of does everything. This is a general purpose, kind of does everything. And, you know, you're asking, is there a general... is there an overall, can you buy the whole game, I think was the original question that we were talking about. So you can kind of spend as much money as you want on this game if you want to. So again, these are the game packages that you can buy. And then in addition to that, you can also just buy individual ships. So you have to have one starter package. The starter package is very important because that's what gets you access to the game. So you at least want to buy one package that's a starter package. And so you can see here, we'll kind of talk about this. This Aurora is a classic starter package. Obviously, it's not on sale. So, you know, you're obviously getting a better deal with these ones that are discounted. But each ship has its own unique features. Now, I always recommend anybody getting into the game for the first time, this Avenger Titan is probably the best choice if you're not concerned with budget and you just want to have a good starter ship. This is a great all-around ship. It has a lot of cargo. It's a pretty good dogfighter. It's just a good starter ship to get around. So I always kind of recommend this. This little Pisces, I love this. I have this ship as well. So the Pisces is kind of fun, not as good a fighter, but it's a good little ship that can get around and it can go big distances. You can see the Mustang, you know, is regular 45, and they've obviously got it discounted for this free fly event. And you can go all the way up here to, you know, I mean, if you got the money, Joe, $1,100 or more. So you can spend as much as you want. Let's see, Klingon Bird of Prey. Let's see what else. Yeah, and so you really don't need to buy the whole game. The only thing that you would want to buy in addition to a starter package, again, find a ship that you like, whatever that one is, buy that, and then they also have this Squadron 42 standalone game, which this is actually the first-person game. And again, watch my video down below that says, you know, it's the basics, Star Citizen, the basics. I go into a lot more detail, but that would be all you'd ever have to do. So let's just hypothetically say, you know, you buy a ship and you buy this Squadron 42, which I think there's a combo pack, if I remember right. Game packages. I believe there's a combo pack that includes Squadron 42, so you don't have to do the standalone. So you can find that, but then that gives you the entire game. That's everything you'd ever have to purchase for Star Citizen with real money. So for less than $100, you would have this AAA title game. and it's a pretty neat deal. So that's kind of what I recommend you do. Again, there's no need to spend more than $40 because all these ships here can be purchased in the game with in-game credits as you earn them. And it's just like any other kind of MMO. You go through, you make money, you spend the money on ships, on food, on whatever, on guns and weapons. So you eventually would have enough to buy an additional ship. And so, you know, it's kind of up to you how much you want to spend. Now, what I will tell you is there is a wipe that happens, and basically what they do at that point is when the wipe occurs, anything you've earned in the game, because they're still developing, it's still an alpha, there's still a little ways to go in developing the game, but anything you've earned, any ships you've bought in the game will be removed. So they have to do that from time to time in their development cycle, so just be aware of that. The neat thing about buying a higher end ship right off the bat is even after wipe, like let's say you have this little arrow, this is a really neat little fighter. If you bought this starter package, even after the wipe occurs, you're good. That arrow will stay in your account, so you won't lose whatever you've purchased as your starter ship. But let's say you were grinding for 2 months and you end up getting this cutlass in the game, you would lose that once a wipe happens. And the other thing to know, so right now we're at 3.18.1 patch. They are going to do a wipe probably in a few weeks because they're having to reset some things. There were some exploits that happened when the new patch came out. So they're going to rewipe everybody's account. But that's really good for a new player because that gives you the chance to get in the game, kind of play a little bit, see what you like, see if you want to be a criminal, see if you want to be bounty hunter, get a feel for the game without major consequences of accidentally blowing all your money or anything like that. And then when there's a wipe, then you'll kind of have your feet already grounded and you'll know how to play. So it's actually kind of a good thing there's a wipe coming soon because it kind of no consequences gives you the chance to try stuff. So all right, so let's see what we got here. Yeah. Well, and $1,100, you can actually spend more than that. There's some big ships that go on sale every once in a while that are $2,000 and $3,000. It's crazy. So, which pack? Let me see if I can find real quick. Let me see if I can find the pack with the game package, and I'll view all game packages and the Squadron 42. So they've changed it. And so sometimes it's a package itself with Squadron 42. Sometimes it's, let's see, sometimes it's just you buy it separately. So, and I don't see it here. So they might be just adding the Squadron 42 as a separate deal. If you get the chance as you're going through, and you're buying your thing and you have the chance to add this for a discount, right? Like I said, right now it's $45. I would do that. So you're asking which pack was it for $100? So, I mean, technically, if you bought this Mustang for $40 and you add this to it for $45, you're at $85. So that would be the cheapest you could go. If you have, do you have a little bit disposable income? If you have a little bit, again, I still think that this Titan Avenger pack for $70 is my recommendation for most players to get started because it's a really good all-around ship. So if you can afford it, I would do this Titan Avenger pack and then add the standalone Squadron 42. And again, watch my video on the basics to see if this would be something you'd want to do. The Squadron 42 is a standalone game, so it's going to be really good when it comes out, but it's several years out still. So there's absolutely no hurry about getting this because you're not going to have access to any of this for a few years. But, so there you'd be 70 plus 45 is what, 115? That would be the one I'd recommend. And again, I don't know if you buy this. Let's just click it. I'll try to go through the process here. Yeah, see, I'd have to sign in. If it gives you the option to add or not. So if it does, just add the Squadron 42 if you're interested in it. If not, you get a star package. And again, that's all you ever have to buy. So, the title of the video obviously was what do you get for $40? And again, that's this Mustang that we're talking about here. So that's kind of the starter ship. But again, you do get, if you do that and you use my code, you get additional 5,000 credits, which isn't a big deal. The 5,000 credits isn't a deal. But what you really want to do it for is for this referral bonus and getting this awesome Snub Fighter. It's a fun little fighter. Again, it can't fly through hyperspace. it's meant to dock with a mothership. But it's perfect for Arena Commander. You can play this in Arena Commander like I did last night. You can actually take like the weapons off of it, and you can put them on your other ship if you want. There's just a ton of stuff you can do. So that's kind of my recommendation. Yeah, so the packs only have the one ship. So the Titan would only be the Titan ship that you would get. Now in the game, like I said, you earn the money. Then you can go rent other ships, or you can buy other ships in the game. But yes, the Titan Avenger is only the one ship plus the package to play the game. So that's basically what you're getting. And then if you're crazy and stupid like I am, shouldn't call myself stupid, but it's crazy how much money I've spent on this game. Once you have a game package, let's say you have the Titan, but man, I really would like something to haul cargo, or I want a dedicated fighter, or you find out whatever you're enjoying. I want an explorer. You can basically then come to the store, and you don't have to buy the game package again. You've already got the game package. You don't need the starter pack. You can actually go in here and buy just a ship, and they're a little cheaper. I can't remember how much. Like I think $15 cheaper or something than that. So that's kind of how that works. And what's really cool about it too is these ships. Let's say you start with a Mustang Alpha, and you're like, man, I don't really like this ship. You can do what's called a melting. You can melt the ship, which gives you in-store credit that you can then use that and apply that to an upgrade down the road if you want to. And that's going to be available until the game actually launches. So they're trying to make sure everybody has the option to find the ship that's perfect for them. And again, it depends on what you want to do. This Avenger's a good middle-of-the-road ship that does everything decently. Nothing super well, but it does everything where you can get a taste of everything. And then you get into the big ships too. These Carracks, if you watch my other video, I actually have a Carrack. And it is big. It takes 5 or 6 people. So you could easily put 5 or 6 people in that thing. So yeah, any other questions you got, Joe? That's kind of that. I got to get in there and fly into that beam so you can see what that is. So after the game launches, which is still several years away, yeah, I think at that point, from my understanding, you're gonna be locked into whatever ship you've purchased. So they're allowing you to upgrade them, now in case you find one. But from my understanding is by the time the game launches, you should know what you like. And again, that's just your starter ship. Once you're in the game, you can buy ships. You can buy all of these ships in the game within game. This is real money. The only thing you have to spend your real money on is this $40. The rest of it you can totally earn in the game. You can earn as much as you want. These big ship packages, you can earn them in the game. You can actually even do it now in the beta or in the alpha that we're in. You can earn credits, and then you go to a shipyard. In one of my videos where I'm showing Jay around, we go to the shipyard, and you could actually buy a ship in the game if you had enough credits for it. So several of them. So this Constellation fits. I think it's got a crew of 4. You can go through here. Just come to the website. Let's see if it says the crew. Come to the website and you can search through these. I mean, just to give you an idea, I'll show you the ship matrix here. There are a ton of ships. So there's already a ton in here. So let's go to, let's see here. We need, I believe it's ship matrix. So this will give you an idea of the ships that are in this. So I'm going to just scroll across here, okay? So again, we could cover this. All right, I'm going to start scrolling across. Actually, I'll just grab this. I'm going to start scrolling. These are all the ships that are at least in design, if not in the game. So not all of them are done yet, but they've all been announced and they're all being worked on. And you can see, that's why I say there's a ship for everybody, depending on what you want. There's even this yacht. So this jump right here, let's see. This is a space yacht, basically. I'll show you. This is crazy. It's a giant space yacht, and we'll go to the brochure. All the ships have brochures. You can kind of see. This is for those really rich people. And I think this one, if I remember right, was about, I want to say it was like $600 in real money. So it's not cheap. But, they have brochures like this. They go into a lot of detail on this stuff. Kind of reminds me of a Star Destroyer. And there's also videos out there that show you all the ships too. So that's kind of cool as well. But yeah, space yacht. You know, it's got a little zippy ship that comes with it, like a little shuttle ship. So it's just nuts. It's crazy everything that's in this game. Um, just what they do here. Let's close that up. So yeah, that's kind of that. And again, I didn't even show you all the ships. Let's go back. I'll show you the ship matrix here. Let's do that again. Development, ship matrix. So like I said, this is all the ships. We'll just kind of keep scrolling over so you can see, you know, and each one of these has details, has brochures. There's YouTube videos that are kind of commercials. You see we're still going. We're not even halfway through yet. There's the bigger ships like the Carrack. They have haulers. Um, Again, so this is that Cylon looking one. This is a glaive. This is kind of a alien ship, and it looks a little bit like a Cylon. So those are actually what you fight a lot. But let's keep scrolling. I won't get derailed here. See, there's even more ships. There's cargo haulers, race ships, multi-gun ships, ground vehicles. So you got all these ground vehicles here. Hovercrafts like motorbikes, hover bikes. So it's just full of tanks. Forgot to mention the tanks. There's tanks, which means you have these giant Hercules carriers that are basically bring the tanks in. I mean, it's just nuts. There's so much. Again, and they keep adding more. Air defense, ballistas. Yeah, it's just a ton of stuff. They have just been developing a ton of vehicles. So again, there is a vehicle for everyone somewhere in this game. You just got to spend the time and maybe do your research to see what you want. But again, like I said, I think that's why it's good to start with a middle of the road ship and kind of get your feet wet. And this was a new one, this Galaxy. This one I can't remember. It's a big ship. It holds. I don't remember what the crew if they show us here, but it will hold a ton of people. This is a crazy giant, almost capital ship. So yeah, that's kind of that. Let's see here. Launches in a couple years, maybe. It'll launch. So again, watch the video. But the Star Citizen deal is he's not going to release it until it's done, and so I predict another couple years for the game to probably at least go into a beta state. It's hard to say. I mean, if you're in a hurry to play it, you can play it now in the state it's in, and it's playable. It's totally playable. You can watch my gameplay stuff, but it's not. I mean, they're talking about a huge universe. Right now, we have one system. Let me see if I can find the star map. So just to give you an idea here. So here's the star map. This is what they plan to do. So this is just kind of to give you an idea. So this is Earth, right? The Sol system. This is kind of what they plan on building. These are all different systems. So again, it's going to be a huge map, and every system's going to have at least a couple planets. So I think they're talking about 500 planets is what they were talking about. And so right now, see if I can find it. Right now we are in the Stanton system. So I'm looking for Stanton. And again, this is all on the website if you're interested. I think I can do a search. Hold on. Can I do a search? Search. So right now we're in the Stanton system. And let's see what that gets us. Stanton. All right, so here's the Stanton system. So this is kind of where the gameplay is right now, basically. This is our playground right now. It's the Stanton system. And they're working on, hopefully soon, adding another system called the Pyro system. So that's the next plan. But right now we're just playing in this. And let's see. And if I can go, let's see. There's 2D. Population, yeah. Routes. So basically, how do I get out? I don't remember how to get out of the out of this version, but yeah, that's the playground we're playing in now. You actually can go to these planets. So ArcCorp is it's basically like, if you're familiar with Star Wars, it's basically the city planet. So like Coruscant in Star Wars, the whole planet's covered in city. That's ArcCorp in this game. Hurston is a corporate company that has bought this planet, and they're basically just strip mining it. They don't care about the environment. They don't care about anything. They're just mining it for its resources. So if you go here, it's an environment that's very dirty and polluted and all that stuff. Crusader is a gas giant with some kind of like Bespin, I'd say, where you've got a city floating in the clouds of it. And where is it? Microtech. So Microtech is it's an ice world. It's kind of like Microsoft or Google, where it's all, good environment to work, and they have like exercise, yoga mats, things like that. So every planet has its own feel. And then obviously, so they've got these jump points, and this is how you're going to get from system to system. So you can see here we've got Stanton to Terra, so that would get you to Terra, Magnus, and where they're working on is Pyro. Stanton to Pyro, you can kind of see this jump point here. So that's going to be the next system, is this Pyro system, and that'll be the first time we actually jump. Right now you can traverse this this area just fine, but you can't really jump to another system yet, and that's what's coming very, very soon. Should be by the end of the year, I would say. So I was just thinking 5 or 6 ships, or maybe up to 12. Yeah, no. It's well, yeah. I mean, total buy-in of around. Yeah, no, you're not going to buy everything. But again, you don't have to spend that kind of money. You don't have to buy every ship with money. You can basically buy a starter ship, get in the game, and then you can earn the rest. In fact, I think it would be kind of boring if you just bought all the top-tier ships, because, then you got nothing to work for. So it's no good. Let's see. What do the colors systems designate? I don't know. I haven't spent a lot of time. This is on the website, so I haven't done a lot with this. It just, I just like to show it off if for people that are interested. Like I said, I don't even know how to navigate it very well, so kind of go into the moons and stuff like that. So, but yeah, this is all on the website. You don't even have to. Buy into the game. You can go to Robert Space Industries right now and look at this thing. So it's kind of cool. Economy. It's got. Let's see. I mean, there's so many things to play with. But that's the grand vision. The point is, this is the grand vision of where they're heading with it. So Joe's asking, so it's like No Man's Sky but different. So No Man's Sky, which is amazing, I do enjoy that. It's like No Man's Sky in the aspect of what they're doing, but everything's more handcrafted and deep. No Man's Sky is so big because it's all procedural. And if you've played it, like some of the creatures, you can tell they have base heads, base bodies and stuff, and they just mix and match them. Everything in this game is kind of tailor designed. The planets have a procedural generation for the landscape, but then they'll actually go in and build like the cities by hand and handcraft everything. So it's a kind of a mix. So the fidelity of this game is going to be so much more than what No Man's Sky is. So yeah, it's the same kind of concept as No Man's Sky, but it's it's just a different it's a different deal. So it's just a lot, like I said, a lot more refined. All right, so let's get back to. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to our gameplay. And all right, so you wanted me to run into some. All right, did you have any other questions? So yeah, so it's kind of No Man's Sky, but think of No Man's Sky only at a higher level, at a higher higher fidelity. Like I said, that's kind of it. So again, this is for anybody just catching this later. This is the base ship. This is that $40 ship that I talked about that you can buy. That's kind of what you're getting if you buy into the game. And again, if you use my code, I just don't want you to miss out. You'll get that other Snub Fighter, so you kind of get a 2-for-1 kind of deal. So, all right, I hope you're watching, Joe. We're going to see if I get fried here. Going into the beam. I don't think this works well, but we're going to try it. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's okay. Let's see, am I in the beam? Maybe the beam does not hurt you. I've never flown into one because I assumed you would die, but there we go. All right. Nope, there it is. Okay. Are you happy? Are you happy now, Joe? You killed me. So, anyhow, that sure is pretty, though. Come into the light, Carol Ann. And I did. So, no more questions at the moment. Cool. Yeah. See what you did to me? But, yeah, that's kind of the deal. And then let me real quick, I guess, let me pop out of this. I'm going to go back to the menu. And we'll, just for those of you that might not have caught the other stream. So this persistent universe is the big universe. This is where you would play. These are called modules. So this is kind of the first-person shooter module. This is the dogfight module, even though it says Arena Commander Star Marine. The idea with these is you basically just come into a arena type thing and you get to practice dogfighting. Because what happens out here in the persistent universe, if you blow up the ship like I just did, then you have to claim an insurance claim. Eventually, you're going to only have X amount of lives, so if you die, it's going to cost you. Again, there's so much in this game. It's so deep. It's crazy. But I definitely strongly recommend anybody that's interested, watch some of the gameplay. You'll see us running around this persistent universe and all the stuff we could do. It was just so cool. And so what we're going to do here, I'm going to jump back in just so we have this all in one deal. So again, we got race modes and all that. But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go Pirate Swarm. And then I'm going to, we'll change the map. We'll go this Dying Star, so in case anybody saw it last night. And then I'm going to go ahead and load up, again, these are some of the ships. But I'm going to go ahead and load into the Merlin. So this, again, is the ship that is free if you purchase a game package before May 2nd. This is what you will end up, in addition to whatever ship you buy in the game package. So we're going to go ahead and select this. And we'll try this real quick, just to show everybody kind of the ship that you can get for free. So that was spectacular. Don't do that. I kind of knew in my heart not to do that. Oh, PvP. Yeah, so it's going to be PvP kind of like, oh wow, this looks cool out here. It's all reflecting off the ship. So you can see here, there it is. That's the freebie right now. That's the bonus item. So it's going to be PvP just like any other MMO. Trying to see how to describe it. So basically, you're going to have the different systems, right? And so if you're in a lawful system where there's a lot of police and things like that, if somebody like does something to you, there we go. All right, let's see if I can get this guy. Let's see here. Basically, it would be a crime, and they would be wanted at that point. So you're going to actually have a... there we go. Nice. So we got that guy out of here. So you're going to have a... you're going to have a reputation, I guess, technically, is what they're calling it. And if you become a criminal, then people are going to be able to bounty hunt you and stuff like that. So... it's like walking and chewing bubblegum at the same time. All right, come on. Let's get this guy. There he is. Come on. But where that changes is, let's say you leave and go to one of those outer rim planets that doesn't have any law or anything. Well, out there it's just going to be the wild, wild west. You're going to basically be able to kill and murder to your heart's content. There won't be any repercussions other than how good the other players are. It's going to be kind of anarchy out there. So it really depends where you're going to be as to how aggressive the PvP will be and stuff like that, if that makes sense. Does that make any kind of sense? Yeah, there's a lot of cool racer ships in here. Saying the ship reminds him of an offshore racer. Yeah, it kind of does. All right, I got people. And then I'm trying to read your other thing. Why can somebody be bounty hunted? So, again, you're going to have people that are going to be pirates. So you could be a pirate and go out and basically just try to steal stuff from merchants. And then you'll basically get wanted. And so if you're wanted, they're going to basically put bounties out for you. So if any other player wants to be a bounty hunter, they basically can... they're going to have your name. Come on. They're going to have your name, and they're going to be hunting for you. And it actually even goes a step further in that if you get caught, you actually go to prison. So there's a jail. there's actually a jail, and you'll go to prison, and you have the option, if you're in prison, to either work off your penalty, work off your debt, and get out legally, or there is the ability to actually try to escape the prison. So, and I've not done any of that. I'm a good boy. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. But that's how in-depth the game is. There's going to be a prison system where once you get caught by like a bounty hunter or by law enforcement, you're going to be sent to prison. And that's kind of how it works. And then there's also some other ways that you could clear your name. Let's say you're a criminal, but you want to do something different. There's a way that you could kind of go through and you could clear your name. So it's just, again, think of a world that's pretty much open to whatever you want to do. I mean, it's just kind of like the real life. If you want to be a criminal, you can be a criminal. If you want to be a murderer, you can be a murderer. It's kind of whatever you want to do. So, all right, I'm going to try this again. So last night I did something kind of cool. I was doing this in third person. So we're going to try this just to show off this ship. You're right. This does kind of look like an offshore, like a cigarette boat or something like that. So let's see. So yeah, that's the whole bounty thing. So you're going to be a criminal, or you're going to be lawful, whatever. And so the criminal element are probably going to oh, somebody's shooting missiles at me. The criminals are probably going to be more on the outskirts of the planet. All right, I got to find this guy. Where is he? Where are you? It's a lot harder when you're in third person to find the person. All right, let's try. We're going to try going backwards here. Let's try flying backwards and see if we can find him. So right now I'm reverse thrusting. It's not nearly as fast. I hear gunfire. Just don't see it. Oh, maybe that might be a guy. Let's see here. Looks like an engine. Yep. Man, this is hard in third person. All right, oh. He's in what's called a gladius. Oh, I'm overheated. All right, come on. This is not the ideal way to fight because I don't have my lock on or anything. Come on. Oh my goodness. My guns are overheating. Come on, man, I look like a noob. All right, I got to go back inside. I got to get a lock on this guy. There's too many of them out here. And I don't have my Gatling cannons yet. All right, come on, lock him up. There we go. All right, let's see if I can get him now. There we go. Got him. So, yeah, there you go. That's kind of it. And then I think this might even be... So you're asking about bigger ships. This is a Cutlass. Let me see if I can fly up to it. This is one of those ships that's viable, too. I think it was 115. But you'll get an idea. This is like a 2- or 3-person ship. As I fly it, you can see how much bigger it is. And it uses turrets. So they've got turrets on this thing. You can see the turrets firing at me right now. So these are... So you can get bigger ships. You can see how much bigger it is than me. Go do a... There we go. And they have a little bit more. There we go. They blow up. They blow up really nice too. So anyhow, so that's kind of the gameplay. Again, this is just an arcade version of it to practice dogfighting. But there's a whole world out there. You can see we got stuff floating. So this is because it's arcade. It has these little options to grab items that are floating to repair the ship and stuff. You won't have that in the game. Actually, in the game, you're going to have to get out of your ship and go repair it yourself and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of crazy, all the stuff you can do. So there you go. Yep. Change view to inside. That's where I'm at now. And obviously you can look around. Like I can look out the wings, all that stuff. And this game's gonna be awesome once they get the whole VR thing. That's a ways down the road, but they have talked about doing VR. All right, I got somebody over here. Somebody's fighting. But yeah, in a nutshell, that's what we're looking at. That's kind of the basics of Star Citizen. Again, I've got lots of videos of gameplay. I've actually got where I talk more in depth about it. Oh, let's go get this. Now we'll have bullets. All right, so I got to at least use my Gatling cannon. You can see my Gatling cannon there. I just got bullets for it, so we'll go kill one other guy. Let's see here. See if I can. See, I'll show you that the cannon is awesome. So basically, you can kind of see the cannon. See if I can. That's the cannon firing, and of course, I think I got hit with a missile. so anyways, that's kind of what we're looking at here. So, like I said, I highly recommend anybody that's interested. Again, freefly for a couple weeks. Get in there, download it, try it. Just put that code in, so if you do decide to buy it, you get the bonus items. And yeah, I think that'll cover it. But Joe, I always appreciate you. I always appreciate you coming by, and always good to talk to you. If anybody's watching this after the live stream and it's just on the replay, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. But if this looks fun to you, then I welcome you to go try this for free for the next week or so, and get your feet wet, see what you think. It's a lot of fun. So on that note, Joe, I appreciate you coming in. Hope you have a great afternoon as well, and we will see everyone next time. Again, we're still planning on doing some sort of game tomorrow at about 2 o'clock Mountain Time. So we'll be live streaming again tomorrow. I don't know what we'll play. There's a chance it might be this, but we definitely appreciate you all watching. So until next time, remember to get your game on. Bye.